What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Lineage Break, a Grand Archive TCG podcast. I am your host, Cam. With me, as always, is the glue, Steve.
Hi, Cam.
Hi, Steve. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a week. A bunch of stuff has happened since the last time we recorded a video.
We ran our regionals last week. Northeast Regionals, presented by Lineage Break.
Yeah.
That's us.
That's us.
We did it.
It was great. We had a lot of great players come out, and the event was expertly run.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. By little old me.
By little old you. It was expertly run, and I brought Wind Allies to it, and I didn't expect much, but ended up making top 8.
Woo! Didn't get that sweet Gawain, Matt, but did very well. Very proud of you.
Yeah, turns out,
if you play a real deck,
if you're not playing the copium deck that you came up with the night before, and you play a tested meta deck,
you do pretty well.
You
did great. Yes, big shout outs to everybody that came out. We had Bob Sherble come in from Chicago, flew out for the tournament. We had some guys come up from New York. Jonathan actually from New York won our tournament, so congratulations to you, John. And also big shout out to the guys from Virginia that came up, Ein and those guys. It was great to have people represent the Northeast community, and hopefully we get to continue doing that either here or elsewhere or whatever. Super great. Good times. Yeah, we had 23 people, which is a little bit shy of what I wanted. We had a few people that couldn't make it, unfortunately, but it's great to start. We need events like this, right? You need to start building.
Right. You need to have
the community in the area.
You got to have the bigger events in the area, showing that the people that are scared to play the game, that it's going to be around for a while.
Right.
Come play out.
Yeah, for sure. And I even had the experience where, I didn't convert all of these people to showing up, but over the past, month or so, since we've had the information that we're going to be running regionals, I've been telling people that have been showing interest in the game and be like, and we're running a regional here, which is one of, 6 in the country. Which I think goes a long way to show people that there is organized play in their area that they can look forward to, these big events that you can sort of plan for. And I think, shout out to Weebs. I think the playmat for entry goes a huge way at, getting people to show up, because it feels a little tough, especially in a new game, if the prize support is just so heavy on the top end that you're like, why would a new player want to show up for that if they're not going to win anything? So it's super cool to, get a playmat, get some packs for just showing up.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everybody for coming.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was awesome seeing, people that you don't normally see in the community. So
right.
And I think the coolest part of the entire night was right after round 5 when we ended, we took an hour break for deck lists, but really it was so we could all take a break and buy our Worlds tickets.
Yeah, I I tried to schedule the tournament so that right before we did our top cut, we would have, a time where people could buy their Worlds tickets, because I got 4 or 5 messages from people prior to the event that were like, are we gonna, what are we gonna do about Worlds tickets? Are you gonna do a break or whatever? So yeah, we did a break, and it was great to see. I wish I had taken pictures, but I was too worried about getting Worlds tickets. There's tables of people all just face down, in their phones trying to get tickets, and people exclaiming from across the room.
I got super VIP.
I got it. Yeah.
And then sorry, couldn't get to it. They're gone.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, we did get our tickets. We're locked in. I bought a VIP ticket. I didn't buy a fucking super VIP ticket, even though I really want that Frostbind. But
I am a sane person and don't make $1 million, so I just bought a championship.
I am just not a sane person.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Also don't make $1 million.
Trust me. If the money was in my account, I might have gone VIP.
It was tough. Yeah, it was.
But it's also a holiday time, so
I know.
It's a rough time.
It's tough. It's
tough out here.
They're making it rough on us here.
I'm just glad I didn't have to buy Ontario tickets as well.
That is true.
Same week.
We said a thing about our dear Lineage Break Trengon last week, where I proclaimed that he and I were not going.
And I said, I talked to Lineage Break Trengon, and he said he was going.
Mixed feelings from that their Lineage Break Trengon.
It turns out I believe Trengon is going.
He is
now.
indeed. He is indeed going. So you guys can look forward to seeing Mr. Tamer himself, Trenton, at Ascent Ontario. Make sure to say hi to him.
Yeah, he will be playing Tamer because he's not a coward.
We're locking that in now.
Locked in.
Yeah, so other than regionals, we also went to a store champs in Hookset, New Hampshire at Let's Play Collectibles, run by our good friend Trevor. We went to that on Sunday. And ya boy, it's me.
It's him.
I finally got my tithe proclamation for the season.
Congratulations.
Woo, thank you.
I have mixed feelings about this store championship season because I've been on a lot of copium decks because I'm trying to innovate and it's not working.
I did what all good players do. And this past weekend was Ascent Auckland. And what I did was the top 32 deck lists were posted, and I said, oh, great. Caben's playing Water Allies. Let me take Caben's Water Allies list to go to this store championship on Sunday. And then I won. So that's what good players
I do want to
do,
defend you.
know?
I do want to defend you a little bit because you were already on Water Allies.
Oh, well, surely, yeah. But,
you just...
I'm not a deck builder, but
you just took the list.
that man is. So speaking of Ascent Auckland, we want to give a huge congratulations to the guys from True Champion, Terry and Caben, that got top 8. Also, our friends from Creative Shock. Big shout out to Gaz, who was our favorite to win Ascent Houston. Didn't work out so much, but a great performance from him in Auckland. I believe he got 4th. And then, of course, shout outs to Michael Yap for winning the tournament.
Yeah, congratulations, guys.
But yeah, Auckland, we also got some
spice.
Spicy.
There was a little bit of spice.
Spoilers.
Something that
it was more spoilers in Auckland than there was in Houston.
Kinda. But also, I don't know about you, but since these spoilers has dropped, my little mind up here, has been running. I've been running.
Mind blown.
Mind has been on overdrive trying to figure out how to make these decks, and I'm close.
Do you mean these decks, or you mean one deck?
One deck.
Specifically?
One deck specifically.
So, yeah, let's... we love spoilers here at Lineage Break, and so let's take a look at said spoilers from Ascent Auckland. We got some real spice. So, something that I would like to bring up.
So what are we going to do? Are we going to list them in our favorite order?
Sure. I'll let you take the reins, Steve. Whatever order you want to do them in, that sounds great. Who do you want to start with?
I want to start off with the Guardian.
Okay, great.
Get her out of the way.
Okay.
Because the other two are fantastic.
All right, so what happened is we got the Lineage Break.
Lineage Break. Not real anymore.
We got the Lineage Break champions for ALC. So we got new champions for the new 3 classes that are different from the booster ones. Something that is worth noting, I think maybe I have too much time on my hands. I don't know. Who knows? But I put way too much. We talked about this literally last week. I put way too much stock in Siladar's Twitter, and I've been telling people for like a month straight. When they've been talking about these Lineage Break champions, that, he put out like a weird tweet that was like, no Lineage Break for Cleric in ALC. And now we finally know why, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But our first hero that we're talking about, due to Steve's choice, is Nico, Whiplash Allure. She is a level 2 water. Champion, Guardian, Human, 25 health.
Did you just say this is a champion with a water attribute?
I know, it's crazy. It's wild.
Hey, guys. So these champions are all element and non-norm, which is wild.
So you get to play dual color for free.
Dual color for free.
It's pretty wild. You don't have to play those prismatic sanctuaries anymore. You just get to play 2 colors if you want to.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So Nico says, whenever a card with floating memory is banished from your graveyard, put a lash counter on Nico, and then she has on champion hit. You may have that opponent put the top X cards of their deck into their graveyard, where X is the amount of lash counters on Nico.
Oh my God.
Blue Mill is here.
Trengon, where is he at?
We've already locked in that Trenton will be playing Tamer, but
he might not be. He might be on Mill. He's been trying to do
this is right up his alley
since I've met him.
Yeah, and now it could be.
It's maybe real.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's got I think it's got a really cool design. The way that it works in waters. It's cool. Like now that they're element champions, they can sort of lean into the design of that element, where like the rest of them have to be sort of like take all comers.
You know what I
but
also kind of like about Nico? She's kind of like she's kind of Merlin protection, right? Because like Merlin goes to level 2 and starts eating your floating memory.
Right.
But now you have to be careful about doing that because you might just get
so the way
that
the way that it's worded, I think you also get this like when you use float, right? Yeah, which is really
whenever it's banished. That's how it's reading to me.
Yeah.
So like in my head, I'm like, oh, cool. I'll just play this into Merlin and then feel a little bit better.
And then mill her out. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Could be cool. She's definitely a neat design. So that's Nico. Do we want to save the best for last? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll save the best for last.
Okay. I assume that was the best.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, you
go
ahead.
We'll talk about this one.
Take it away.
So this is my favorite of the three. This is a level 1 wind champion, Vanitas Obliviate Schemer, champion cleric human. He can only be leveled up into another Vanitas champion, hence no lineage break.
Right.
Because he levels up into himself. On enter, if there's another wind element card in your lineage, glimpse 4. So if you're pure wind, instead of taking the 2, you get that nice glimpse 4.
Right.
It's nice.
Yeah, I think
he's got 19 health. This is a level 1.
Right.
Because we have also his level 2.
Yeah, I think it's worth talking about that. So we got Vanitas' level 1 at Ascent Auckland, and then like, I don't know, 12 hours later, we got the spicy Silidar leak on Twitter of Vanitas' level 2.
Yes.
Which we should also talk about
now.
Yep.
So Vanitas level 2 is Convergent Ruin. He's also a wind champion cleric human. He has Vanitas Lineage. Whenever a spell card is cast, Vanitas on his next attack without a weapon gets +1 attack. On champion hit, if 7 or more damage is dealt, cards your opponent materializes the next turn cost 1 more. He indeed has an attack himself.
Yeah.
He can just punch.
He's the first real champion that has an attack stat, which is really cool. Yeah, I think very obviously level 2 Vanitas is the more interesting one to talk about. Yeah. The level 1, it's cool how it sort of incentivizes you to maybe play mono wind, but I don't know that Glimpse 4 is a big enough deal to not like splash fire or whatever, especially now that we've seen, Vanitas level 2's text.
It's very interesting, and this is obviously the the champion I've been brewing with and thinking about, because I think this is a very strong ability. And it might be Copium because I think the name is sick, and also
are you
we don't have to get into it. We don't have to get into it.
You guys like Kingdom Hearts?
That's a little bit too much of a tangent for here. Anyways, but I think his inherent ability of play spell, punch harder, is very cool.
Yeah, he fits into a couple of, I think, like really different, interesting spots where he has this sort of taxing effect, right? So you can lean into that side of it and try to play like a wind, water, taxes deck, which is cool. He the way that his ability is worded is it doesn't have to be like solely from him. You can use attacks to get his on champion, which is pretty good. So he's like also really strong with cards like Rending Flames.
Right.
So I think you can lean into that sort of he does all the damage taxes part of it. You can also lean into the fact that since he has power himself, and every time you cast a spell he gets a little bit bigger, he himself can be like solely your win con, so you can play just like a mono removal deck that doesn't really need allies to deal damage for you, because you remove all of their guys with your spells. You attack for like 3 or 4 with Vanitas. You do that a few times you win the game, right?
Right.
So yeah, I definitely think he is super interesting. Something that we talked about before the show started that I'm super curious about is if he gets a level 3.
Ooh, level 3 would be interesting. Let's take a pause before we get to the best of the 3.
Right.
What do you think his level 3 would do?
I don't know. I can't design cards, so it's very hard to, be put on the spot and be like, this is what he does.
Do you think do you think he would like lean more into the I attack myself type of thing?
Yeah, the interesting part about how he's worded is that these aren't inherited effects, so I think there's maybe a little bit too much text on his level 2 for him to get a level 3 if these aren't inherited effects. So this might be where we're stopping for Mr. Vanitas, but he would definitely need to have some sort of absurd text box for you to want to give up all of this text that he already has.
Correct,
so.
yeah.
But yeah, very cool. And then our last gentleman.
Last but certainly not least. This man is large and in charge like me, and I love it. This is a Polkhawk Bombastic Shot. He's your level 2 Fire Ranger Human. He's range 2. Ranger reaction cards you activate cost 1 less to activate. He's 22 health.
He's the guy on Rocket Jump.
Yeah.
We were talking about Rocket Jump Guy like last week.
Right.
How much we love Rocket Jump Guy.
Right. And here he is. He's a champion.
He is just majestic.
I'm taking crowdfunding right now. I will get his tattoo.
Yeah? Yeah, we're doing that?
Yeah.
Especially when you're going to Vegas?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty good.
I'll get it in Vegas.
He's got a sick tribal tattoo.
I'll get it in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Crowdfunded.
Do it for the content,
right?
People,
we'll like record the whole thing.
Right. That's a lot. We'll have to get a full view, because we only get a little bit because it's covered by the shirt, But yeah, he is. Unfortunately, I think the sickest art out of all of these Lineage Break champions, but I think
he is factually the worst
text.
One. Yeah.
At least the least exciting, right?
Right.
Like, he's probably fine.
Right.
It's just his text is a little bit unexciting for me, but man, is he the best. Look at those guns, dude.
Right.
Man is yoked.
I love it.
We love him. So he's our new hero.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple other things revealed.
Yeah.
In Auckland that I think mentioned at least a brief talk about, because it was something that I was talking about literally days before.
Yeah.
And that was, what if Xander had a better level 2?
True. Yeah.
And we have a new Proxies of All coming in the near future, and it is a new...
In January, soon.
New Xander level 2.
Yeah. He's it's what a deft executor, I believe, is what it's called, and all we know is it's normal. He has the same health. He's level 2, so it doesn't really give us a whole lot, but definitely Xander level 2 is on the short list of champions that are bad. Yeah. So I think that Xander level 1 is great, and obviously I think both of Xander's level 3s are quite strong, but he really does need some help. His current level 2 just gives you the +1 attack against rested allies. It's like units, maybe, whatever.
It says units, yeah.
It's just not good enough, especially for a deck that when Xander either is staying at level 1 when he's playing this hyper aggressive fire deck, or the deck that's going to level 3 is so card disadvantage heavy that you lose so much, and the fact that when you go to level 2 you get basically nothing is really tough, especially in a world where every other champion is getting some sort of advantage gained at level 2.
You set up Sylvie level 2, you've drawn 2 cards. Lorraine, you go to level 2, you sweep, you draw 3 cards.
Right, Rye gives you every time you cast a spell, you draw a third of a card. And then Xander level 2.
Xander level 2, I punch better.
Mm-hmm. Mildly. So yeah, super exciting to see Xander get some love, especially I think the insignia that was on Proxy's Vault a couple weeks ago didn't really have a huge impact. At least we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it locally, not at Auckland. It doesn't seem like Luxem is really making the waves that maybe they had hoped that it would make. So I think it's cool to see Xander get some more support. And I assume that we'll probably see this before ALC drops, because it's supposed to be in January sometime. And so I think it'll be cool to have something to think about while we're, all very much eagerly awaiting the end of January for ALC to drop. At least we'll have something to be excited about.
Right.
And then I think the last thing to talk about from Auckland is we also got the announcement of our Nationals promo, which is funny. I think I like the Nationals promo more than most do. So it is a special version of Spirit Blade Ascension. And if you make day 2 at whatever your local Nationals is, you get a play set, which is really cool. Right. I think it is... card's not seeing a whole lot of play right now. It doesn't mean that it's a bad card. It's certainly a good card.
It's certainly a perfect card. However, because of this post Sword of Avarice world,
right.
It definitely doesn't feel as good to do it.
I think it is super cute that the promo is the card that probably got a large portion of the people at the event their invite. Like I got an invite with Spirit Blade Ascension in my deck. I'm not.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I was on fire, Lorraine.
Man, look at you. You weren't even playing Ascension. What a goat.
I wasn't playing any cards.
Absolute goat.
I only went to level 2.
But so it's really beautiful too. I love
it's a very nice art.
So hopefully we will be walking away with our play sets if we day 2 at Nationals.
I hope we
super cute. So yeah, that's all the news that we had from Auckland. Great event over there. I think they had just around 120 players, which is huge for New Zealand. With this game being as small as it is. Yeah, there's also I see you zooming in. I don't think that we have good images of those, which is unfortunate, but something that we can actually hold. Vamp for me, Steven. Steven, I need you to vamp for me.
So what I'm zooming in on my phone is a beautiful banner of Arisana that Cam is very jealous of not having because of how much of a simp he is.
Listen, guys. How much do I have to pay? That's all I'm saying. Anyways, where I was going.
Can we please just get a little bit of store shit, promotion, so we can put up some Arisana in the window?
If you guys are making any sort of banners or posters or whatever, it's that one. So something I wanted to make sure it was something that we could talk about, and it is, as of recording, something we can talk about. So at Ascent Auckland, there was a few banners running around. I think we saw all of the booster pack level 3 arts, Ari, Tony, Diana, which we haven't seen yet. They're actually very similar to the starter deck arts. They're like same outfits and stuff. But we have seen those arts. We don't know any of the text. But we do now know, and we can tell you now, maybe this episode will be out before it's relevant, that Grand Archive is doing a holiday stream on December 12th.
Yeah.
Which was just announced today, which is very cool. Yours truly will be on the stream doing some stuff. We actually just recorded a video for that before this, and we might be doing some other stuff maybe.
Ooh.
But something that we can talk about because it is announced is that lead game designer Silidar will be doing a rundown of part 2 of the Alchemical Revolution design notes, which I can only assume will have these goddamn level 3s in it. And I cannot wait. I just want to know, Steve. I just want to know what Star Calling does. Please. Please tell me. Is that too much to ask?
Yes.
I want to know. And we will know.
I want to know what obelisks are.
Yeah.
I think we know a little bit.
I think we'll know all the things on Tuesday. I think it'll all start to come together. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. You'll see.
Yeah.
Make sure to tune in. There's a post on the Discord. I believe it is 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, if you're over here with us. But yeah, we're super looking forward to that. And you will see our ugly faces in some part on that stream.
Yeah.
Man, I think other than that, that's about all we got this week. We're butting up on the holidays. Today is the 8th.
Yeah.
So we might, I don't know, are we doing anything special for the holidays, Stephen?
I don't know. We might. I don't think either of us are going anywhere.
Right. You want to do something special?
We might have a special thing planned for you. Maybe a giveaway? Stay tuned to find out.
I'm finding out for the first time right now. So
yeah,
Jesus,
we're just
all right.
I'm just we got to give back to the community. I think
getting the wallet out.
Yeah, I think we have to give back to the community. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll do something cute. We'll get nice and festive. Get some eggnog and pour some rum into it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll
do something. We'll have a little bit of fun. But I don't know.
Drunk Christmas tree?
I don't know. I'm not making any promises. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, we will see you on Tuesday for the stream. Hopefully you guys will see this video before that video.
Yeah.
So that all of that makes sense. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We will see you next week.
Have a good holidays.
Have a good holidays.
Have
some happy holidays.
I biffed that one. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays. We'll see you later.
Spend time with your family.
Spend time on the holidays.